Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults, and the opinions we express do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves. If you would like to support the show, go to Duckfeed.tv/tipjar and check out our Patreon campaign. I hate to get scatological so close to the beginning, but can I offer a PSA that'll eliminate some furious Googling for people in the future?
Okay.
If you go to the restroom and you do number 2, if you take a poop and you look at it and you see that it is jet black,
yeah,
don't immediately think that you have colon cancer. Instead, think back. Did I take Pepto-Bismol anytime in the past 12 hours? Because that is a thing that happens with Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Kris and Kole Ross.
Why?
has something to do with the bismuth, the heavy metal that they put in that as an active ingredient.
Peppy Bismilk.
Yep. So that is a PSA for everybody.
I've taken that, but I haven't had black poo.
Yeah, I think you either have to take a lot within a short amount of time, or it's like a particular thing about a person's biology.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I have started the apple cider vinegar thing.
What's that?
It's where you buy Dr. Feelgood's. Sorry. God damn you. Apparently, there's like 8 levels of silent on iOS 10, and I didn't choose the right one. Everything's more complicated now.
Making your life better.
I can do a finger doodle and then, I don't know, send it to somebody right from a text message. What is that all about, by the way?
I don't know.
I can draw a heart and what you.
It's a holdover, or they brought that over from iWatch actually, or WatchOS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it sucks.
Yeah, I don't care for it.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know when you would use it.
Yeah, just if you're trying to. I mean, you would use it to send pictures of dicks to people.
Draw a treasure map. I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway. So what was I saying?
I have no idea.
Okay, so it rang, and then you said something about apple cider vinegar. Yeah, that's right.
Dr. Feelgood's.
Yeah, it's supposed to make your gut bacteria better.
Makes them happy.
It kills the bad ones and it feeds the good ones.
Okay.
And so what I do is, and this is not I didn't invent this, is that I use my soda stream to make some soda water.
Okay.
Because that's still a thing.
Right.
And do you use yours still?
Yeah, not as frequently, but I still use it.
Okay. So then you take a couple tablespoons apple cider vinegar, you put it in with soda water, take a squeeze or two of stevia.
Right.
And then it makes like a hard cidery type elixir drink.
Huh.
Yeah, it's good.
Is that refreshing?
It is. It is very refreshing.
You just drink it do like a whole liter of that?
No.
You have to drink it as quickly as possible, or otherwise the magic won't work.
What am I, a junkie? No. It's just like a rocks glass size.
Okay.
I just drink one in the morning.
Yeah.
With my buttered coffee.
So many bizarre drinks.
I'm going to be a bulletproof CEO eventually.
Yep. By that, do you mean the CEO of Bulletproof, or is that something that they tout as a benefit if you drink coffee with butter in it and CBT oil? What a cock and ball torture?
Have you seen Iron Man?
Yes, I've seen Iron Man.
Kind of like that.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
I'm going to be like Willie Stark.
You're going to be like William Stark.
Is that his name?
Tony Stark.
Tony.
See,
sorry, my bad.
The thing is, I don't actually know what Tony Stark's dad's name is.
Willie.
Willie Stark. The Wonderful Misadventures of William Stark. Yeah, that was the prequel. Iron Man is the next generation.
Ropes on ropes.
Yeah. I don't understand what that had to do with anything, but
It's stacks on stacks. It's my new thing.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yep. All because of you.
What do you mean stacks on stacks?
People say our voices are kind of similar sometimes.
You're right.
I think I'm going to work on me being you, and I'm going to release On the Ropes.
Okay. Yeah, our voices are kind of similar, but I think that the microphone quality is what kind of separates us. I think that ends up, I just want to have something to hold over you.
Well, as someone who wants to, make a good product and earn the money he makes, seems like maybe next week I'm going to get a shipment with a nice mic and a pop filter. instead of the what is this, the Meteor mic?
The Samson Meteor? That's what other people in the network use.
Really?
Yeah, Dennis uses one. Yeah.
Way to keep the fat white man down, Kole.
Hey, Chris, what episode is this?
This is episode number 190 and a half.
191?
191. Sorry, yeah. we round up of the comedy podcast, Those Damn Ross Kids.
Yeah, your name is?
My name is Chris.
And my name is Kole, and we're here to entertain your asses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using a new thing to track stories. It is an application called Trello. And you have like these different columns and like cards that you put in them. So, like you create a little card and you can drag them around. So I've got like, oh, here's new pre-pro, here's my unused stories, and here's like what's on deck, and here's what I've used. Like it's pretty neat. But I enabled a little feature that that ages the cards. So the longer a card sticks around unmoved, the more it starts to look like an ancient pirate map. Yeah, it gets all yellowed, and they're like, it looks like somebody like aged it with some tea to make it look like a pirate map. It is a very bizarre feature. And,
is that billable time you turn in that feature on?
Is that I've got to just round you bill in the quarter hours, so you round that up. Yeah. It's for it's for simplicity's sake,
Have you done time tracking for your network stuff?
I have, but it got depressing, so I stopped doing it.
Well, what were you up to?
It's like 40, 50 hours a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think you could ut it down to?
A lot of that is website maintenance time, and hopefully by the time this episode comes out, that will have been put at ease, because I'm changing the way that I do things. But it's a lot of work right now. I don't know. I think it could get down to like 30, maybe. You
think so?
Yeah, I think 30 is reasonable.
Yeah. Just interested, like how much you could cut and not affect the negative quality.
Right. Yeah, it's just you got to feed the monkey, man. You got to feed him your hours. Got to cut him off a slice of that clock pie.
Feed the monkey, Kole.
Yep.
Ugh, man, there's so many stories. I don't have any fancy pirate maps or anything. But
I've got so many fancy pirate maps.
I leave stuff on.
Yeah.
Leave it in. Can I talk about New Zealand?
Please do.
Okay. So there's this town in New Zealand, and there's like 70 people who live there. It doesn't have a grocery store. It doesn't have a gas station. It's miles from anywhere.
Right. It is a one sheep town.
Right. That sheep's busy, let me tell you. So there's a 27-year-old French hitchhiker who lands in this town and waits for 4 days trying to catch a ride.
Okay.
And there's no one leaving there or coming there. So it's not very successful. So after 4 days, the dude gets pretty upset. And he decides that he's going to take the welcome to the town sign and throw it in a lake.
As you do.
As well as deface other signs.
Yeah, you just give it to the deer,
Yeah. So he got arrested. Evidently, they do have that there. And the entire incident was described by one resident of the town as saying he threw an absolute hissy fit. He was lying prone on the road, screaming that New Zealanders were assholes, and he couldn't wait to get back to Europe.
I mean, it sounds like his poor planning that he got himself trapped in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's no judge, and they order him to pay $3,000 in reparations to replace the sign. And he said he could either stay stuck there in jail or pay the $3,000. So he decides to pay the $3,000, but only after saying that they should change the name of New Zealand to Nazi Zealand.
Creative.
And he's quoted in response as saying, "I have been to the worst part of the United States. The worst American is not an asshole like a New Zealander."
And this guy's out there speaking truth to power.
So they're saying he's a spoiled millennial who wouldn't walk the 27 miles south. Because he was 27 miles south of like a good place to be to pick up, to be picked up, which you could walk that in a day easily.
Yeah, I mean, between 27 miles, that'd be 3 miles per hour. That'd be like a 9-hour walk.
Right. No big deal. Like an easy day.
Yeah, just 9 hours of walking in the middle of nowhere along a road where somebody could just, nobody would know. He's down. He's down. He's bleeding. Oh God. Boy, his intestines have popped out like a party popper. But hey, it's the middle of nowhere. If this is the only time you can kill somebody, and have it not immediately come down on you.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. He's spoiled.
Spoiled
so
millennial.
The average New Zealander is much more of an asshole.
God, if you wanted nice things, you really should have been born in a different time.
Right.
Piece of garbage.
And that sign was already broken. I'm not paying $3,000 for that.
No, it's like when I got here. It was in a lake. I was like, just see, it says "Welcome to the Lake" on it.
I buy my "Welcome to the Lake." It's just a new sign.
Right.
Repurposed.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think that they were looking for an excuse to get a new sign.
Nobody pick him up so we can blame him for the sign.
You're in a world of shit now, son.
You are in a world of dope.
Huh.
Oh, all right. So yeah, that didn't go over like I thought it would. I thought you would latch on to the millennial thing.
No, I did. It's just I get so sick of it. I really do.
Well, they kind of are entitled. What is a millennial?
So
did we figure that out?
A millennial is anybody who you don't like because they are younger than you. It spans people who are from 10 to 40. If somebody is younger than you and you don't think that they are, humaning right, you just call them a millennial, and everything is A-okay.
I'm going to look up what a millennial is.
You're a millennial.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Shut your filthy fucking mouth.
Yeah, I'm a millennial.
What is it? Well, there's one on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, what does Urban Dictionary say? It'll say exactly what I said.
What is millennials? It's a generation who reached adulthood around the turn of the 21st century.
Right.
The precise definition varies from one source to another. However, they're saying that... Hold on. God damn these advertisements that make it scroll so that where I click, it ends up on an advertisement instead of on where I want to click.
Tricked ya.
Gotcha. Boink.
We call it the juke and dodge.
Individuals born between 82 and 2004. Other proposed dates for millennials are the first millennials were born in 1978. Newsweek magazine reported that the millennial generation is people born between 77 and 94. Mm-hmm. So people born, basically what you said.
Yeah.
People born between 1975 and 2004.
Yeah. It's like
are millennials. And so yeah, anyone who's younger than you.
Yep. It is so wide. I mean, so I've got two operational definitions for this. Okay. Do you want to hear them?
Anyone born between Nam and the War on Terror, basically.
Right. Yeah. So did the internet exist when you were born, and did you get the internet sometime when you were in school? Okay. If the answer to the first one is no, and the answer to the second one is yes, you are a millennial, because you're not quite a digital native, but you got it young enough to where, it's kind of always been a thing for you. And the other one is, were you kicked out into a fucking horrible world that was constantly at war with no economic prospects? Like, did you graduate high school sometime around the war on terror, and especially were you kicked out into the economy after it took a dump in 2007, 2008? And so what most people are trying to identify as traits of millennials, they move around from job to job, and they only rent, they don't buy. Well, that's because jobs are hard to get. And we don't have, like, home ownership it's a dream. It's a myth, really, for a lot of people. And so what they're categorizing as moral failings, and they're so quirky, are just things that are a result of the economy that we just kind of like were birthed into.
Well, I think that, yeah. And I think in a number of ways that millennials are being held down by the poor choices of their parents. Mm-hmm. The parents and grandparents should be retired, but they keep sticking around in their jobs, and they won't get out to make room for millennials.
Yeah, it's the olds.
Plus, the millennials are busy taking selfies and sending a median of 50 texts per day on their mobile phones.
Yeah, gosh. I didn't even have a mobile phone when I grew up. Come on.
20% of them have at least one immigrant parent. Maybe there's a problem there.
Fuck.
We speak English.
Why'd you say like a valley girl?
So do I.
Yeah, like I wicked speak English.
I wicked speak English.
Yeah. I
don't know. There's all kinds
English
of stuff. Yeah.
Here.
Millennials in the workplace, millennials in technology, millennials in culture.
Yeah. No, it really is like a catch-all thing, and it's super condescending because it's only ever spoken with a mouthful of bile, you know?
Mm-hmm. Millennials.
Fucking millennials, man. Blech. Just the worst. The worst. Why? Again, if you wanted nice things, you would have been born earlier.
I threw up in his mouth a little bit.
Yeah. Baby bird. We call that baby birding. Yeah. No. And you know what's funny is millennials being applied because these are the people who are entering the workforce. I can't wait until I age into irrelevancy. Oh God, 35 cannot come soon enough. And then just like when people born after us start getting into the workforce, like just the complete shit show that's going to be.
Well, it's all going to be handed down.
Well, yeah.
That animosity. I can't imagine there being too much of a difference.
Nah, I don't know.
I actually sat through a training session about how to promote the offices that I work for.
Right.
And they were the room was full of a lot of non-millennials.
Right.
And they were trying to talk about boost posts on Facebook and, all kinds of stuff like that. And then they were advocating for people to get Snapchats and Instagrams and things like that.
Yeah.
And I have to admit that while I know what Facebook is, I have no idea the purpose of a Snapchat or an Instagram or the tagging pictures to promote, like, hey, I was here and what that means. I don't get how that becomes a thing. Like how that's I don't know how your ROI is like quantifiable as to how many people read it and reacted and shares, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean it is a many-headed hydra, and it's a lot of stuff to keep track of. And when they say like, "Hey, get an Instagram and a Snapchat," what they're saying is spend an awful lot of time maintaining those. Right,
but the ROI is only in metrics. It's not in tangible traffic.
Right?
Is it?
I mean. So what it's going to do is, okay, so you're going to get those things, and then you're going to want to figure out if that actually is moving the needle for you. If it's what is it, not turnover, conversion, right? And so you're going to get
conversion.
another,
that's the one.
Yeah, you're going to get another piece of software that'll track your conversion. So all of a sudden, everything is plugged into like Hootsuite or something like that, and then you're like gonna push your forms in through that, and then that goes into a CRM. That's another piece of software where you're going to track every single person and see the if they as they go down the funnel. Again, the funnel. It's always the funnel. So all of that stuff, Instagram and Snapchat, is just a way to generate interest and move people further down the funnel. It's all sales, whether or not you are providing a government service like you are, or whether you're doing something else. Like, everything is about engagement and conversion. It's depressing.
It seems like all you're making is data.
Right.
You're not really. We don't make anything anymore.
No. I mean, all we're making is data. Like, there's no physical aspect to this. There's no two people interacting. Well, there are, but that is so disconnected from the actual act that you spend most of your time doing. You're just making more data and then trying to figure out what to do with that data and plugging that into more data sources that make more data. It's maddening. It really is. And if I can make this personal, for myself and my experiences, I got burnt out because so many of the videos that we make in my day job, at least the client-facing videos, are for these companies that make the data and move the data around. And let me tell you, there are only so many ways that you can visually convey data.
You got a chart, a graph.
Yep, you got a chart. If you want to get a little bit fanciful, sometimes you can use like dots or cubes or squares, like big piles of stuff.
Do like a gauge.
Yeah. You were going to say something before I cut in with that. I'm sorry.
It's like, the pipeline just gets more pressurized and pressurized until it bursts and covers everyone with success.
Yep. Everybody's just waiting for the pipe to burst with their mouth open. Like, oh, me. I hope it's me now.
Taste the explosion.
Yeah. Yeah. It's everything is data. Millennials are
the worst.
Yep.
I hate them.
Man, oh man.
Daily.
I can't wait. I'm already afraid of teenagers.
Entitled.
Ugh. A teenager's going to come in and expect to be promoted right to the top after doing no work. When you say no, he's going to huck a battery at you and then he's going to cut your Achilles tendon when you're not looking. Boom, you're down, old man.
I have $150,000 worth of debt. Promote me now.
Help! I'm strangling. I'm choking like a baby duck on the 6-pack holder that is this college debt. Why did people tell me I had to do this?
I know the economics of food stamps, yet I do not have the skills or knowledge to apply.
Ugh. Or I've been told my entire life that applying for them is shameful, and therefore, even though I could totally get them and would qualify for them, I do not want to do it.
Nah, you missed it by $1. Sorry.
Man.
I see that every day.
Fucking millennials. I don't know how to follow that up because I'm legit angry about.
I can tell you a story about how people use data.
Okay, tell me about data.
There's this thing called a WeVibe rave.
What?
It actually sells for $130. And what it is that it is a dildo that hooks up to your phone via Bluetooth.
Okay.
And the phone app can be used to adjust vibration type, Tease and Please with custom vibes you create, and intensity, not to mention allowing someone else in a remote location to actually change the way that it's working while it's in you.
While it's in you.
Right. The only trouble is that the company also used the interaction with the app and the time, place, quantity of use. They actually gathered that information.
Okay.
So now the company that marketed it knows where you used it, when you used it, how you used it, what intensity you used it at.
Yep. Oh, it's a machine learning algorithm.
Who was controlling it, where they were using it while they were controlling it.
Uh-huh.
And used that to improve their product as well as do better marketing. And now they're being sued.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, because you can't do that.
It's incredibly personal. But
unless on the packaging it says our data's in you.
And you are our data. It's just intercourse. It's intercourse of habits from one to another.
All data belong to us.
Oh man.
So that's what we're doing when we connect. When you have your smart drawer of toys, this is where it goes.
Yeah. I mean, everything is being harvested. You're being watched. I don't mean to sound like Alex Jones here, but that is absolutely true. They probably were taking that data, figuring out where they could market it, because it's all fucking marketing. And then probably some engineer was like, "Hey, let's take this and feed it into machine learning, so that we can just kind of like create a genius playlist of clit tickling or whatever."
Right.
It's kind of like, hey, just let it ride. Like just press the button. This thing will know you better than you know you, and also we will know you better than you know you.
And they figure out how many Asian American women with 4 children who live in a certain zip code, how they be liking they dildren.
Yeah.
And then then eventually that extrapolates out to they're selling a targeted product that has a setting that says, Asian American women with 3 children who live in 44837.
Yeah, it's just a button that says Linda.
be liking it like this,
Oh, man. Of course you do get the good with the bad.
Whose dungeon master lives in Guam. I don't know.
The new technology permits us to do exciting things with interactive erotic software. Waves of the future, dude. 100% electronic. Teledildonics.
I don't know. And it's all crossing over.
How's it crossing over?
I don't know. Just I keep getting these weird ads. Like in one ad, I got 2 products on the right side of the screen I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
One is a casket and the other is a floor cleaner.
Why are you getting casket ads?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It just you can always tell. You can always tell when you're being targeted, because oftentimes it will show you products that you've already bought.
Oh, well, yeah.
Let's see what Facebook thinks that I want. Oh, come on. There are no sidebar ads. Shit.
I told you about Sam's Club. They got me when I bought my toilet paper and my paper towel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Did not search it on the internet. Bought it in store. The next day, I get on and there's an ad for what I bought.
Well, yeah, because it's associated with your card number.
I guess. But how did they find me on Chrome?
I don't know.
I've never logged. I don't know. I don't know. How
did you log in to renew the membership?
No, I did it in store.
Oh, I did it online. Huh.
This year? I did it this year.
No, last year. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For people who are this has just turned into a genuine conversation between me and Chris. Chris and I share a Sam's membership, and we alternate years paying for it.
We could share a Prime membership too.
Yeah, true. We could. I'll look into that, because Prime is expensive.
Mine's only $50 because I'm in school.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, I got to pay the full price.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a millennial.
You need to go to grad school so you can get that discount.
Yeah, no, that'll come out in the wash. Don't worry, pays for itself.
When are you gonna go back to school?
Nah,
you done?
I can't imagine. Man, with your experience that you've had in school, would you recommend that anybody go to school again?
Well, it's helped me know how to bullshit correctly.
Right, and that's kind of all that I learned when I was in school. So,
right.
But fuck, man, I can't stand people telling me what to do or where to be in my job.
Ooh, that's a millennial thing, isn't it?
No, I think it's a I think it's me being a cantankerous asshole thing.
You're the worst.
No, but what I'm saying is I can't sit in a room with a bunch of other people and be talked to. I really don't want that. I don't want somebody
and be talked at.
Yeah, man, fuck. I have plenty of podcasts with lectures and stuff. Like I'll have the only person who can lecture me is Dan Carlin. That's it. That's everything.
Who's Dan Carlin?
Hardcore history guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, he hasn't come out with anything recently.
He finished up the Kings of Kings, the one about Babylonia.
Wasn't so great though.
Oh, it was interesting. It's something I never heard about before. I'm into it.
That's not surprising.
What that I'd never heard about the Persian line of succession.
Right.
Yeah.
I learned that like I don't know, second grade, something like that.
It's millennials wouldn't know.
Millennials would not know about the Persian line of succession.
No.
It's not about you, so you wouldn't know.
They would never. Fuck. I feel kind of bad for putting this story up, but I because the way we record these things, we'll probably figure out why this is happening, and this will like not really be an issue. But you've heard about the clowns, right? Like that is that is like a mainstream news event that feels like the stuff that we look at here bleeding out into real life.
Right. Yeah. People are, you're going to have to explain it to me. I have a story about clowns.
Okay.
But can you explain to me what's going on? Because in the story that I have, it says like there's clowns luring kids into the woods.
Right. So this kind of stretches from, it's mostly like the eastern and southern United States. Like it stretches from Georgia. And actually there was a clown sighting in Columbus as well.
Okay.
What's happening is random clowns are doing things from like menacing children, just kind of like seeking them out and being real creepy, all the way up to trying to lure them into the woods. Or at one point, like there was one in North Carolina where a kid was chased with a knife, and so kids are terrified. Like there was a kid who took a knife to school because they were afraid of clowns.
Yeah, that's the story I got.
Right. And so there's no known cause. There's no, like, none of these clowns have ever been caught, I don't think. And kind of like asked if there's
doing
like
butt stuff to kids or
no, I don't think there's any butt stuff involved. I think that it's just shady as fuck.
Because I had this filed under butt stuff.
Is that the tag that you put on there? Yeah, and so it's a big deal because like nobody knows where they came from. Everybody has. So I'm just gonna read this sentence here. Whether the most recent incidents are harmless pranks, crass publicity stunts, or the work of quote juggalos who worship the band Insane Clown Posse, the sightings are bad news for working clowns who get paid to make people smile. So. People are thinking it's juggalos. People are thinking that it's like publicity stunts. Promoting the upcoming remake of It.
Ooh,
there's the Stephen King.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
Yeah. No, man, I'm excited about that. I love it.
I hate that they're really, really defaming white people in this. I don't think it's I don't think it's a good taste. You know what? You have all these people running around in whiteface.
Exactly. Yeah. No, and it's a shame. Like it was on the bubble when the Wayans did it, but this is just pardon me saying, but it's beyond the pale. It died in vaudeville. Yeah. No, that's the way it is. Yeah. It's a legacy of hatred, is what it is. I'm not sure why they're doing that. But so you have all these clowns who are talking about how these sightings are making it really, really hard for them to do their job, because you can't just be a dude who rolls up to a party and like, oh, can I use your bathroom? And then out from the bathroom comes Childo the clown. No, like you have to like clown up and then arrive and be like, you got to be on. Like you can't break kayfabe, right? Right. And so you have to quote clown up. Yeah, you've got to clown up. And
clown up.
And so,
Right.
you know, a professional clown will clown up in one location and move to another, and they're terrified that the police are going to be called on them as they're driving in their car from one to another. Like, they don't want to be maced, you know, for being, you know, like for driving while clown, you know?
Regulators, clown up.
Yes. Also, there's a wonderful line here. The clowns are afraid of vigilantes.
That's a new angle, the scared clown.
Yup. Yeah, you have the sad clown and the iron lung. You have like the red skeleton, like hobo clown, and also the terrified clown. It's the clown, you know, the clown who has like a life alert in his balloon animal.
I don't know, Cole. I don't know why this is happening, but it probably has something to do with the movie.
I don't know. Like, is that like a street team kind of thing? I don't understand how it would be both so spread out and so coordinated. You know, like, and also
I'm sure there's some data that says where they need to do it.
Oh, of course. I'm sure that there's somebody who's got like a heat map of clown activity. Yeah, it's weird, and it's so spread out, but it's also kind of confined. Like, I haven't seen stories like this coming from like west of the Ozarks or the Appalachians. No. Like, it's very strange. And if it's just a bunch of copycats thinking like, hey, this is what we're gonna do, and
it's not super specific. It's not like they're doing one thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like there's this rash of clowns getting caught pounding off at Bob Evans.
Yeah. Oh, but my biscuit needed extra gravy. Come on.
Oh man, that was too easy. Yeah. So no, I don't know why it's happening. Hopefully someone will come and tell us why.
Well, I just want somebody needs to take a crazy oversized net, capture one of these clowns, and we need to get some answers, you know, some straight answers.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's these kiosks, these Wi-Fi kiosks. There's 400 of them in New York City.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't know, it's just like a thing, like a kiosk.
Right.
You know, but it's not like there's privacy. It's not like there's a hood, and you can access the internet from it. And it's like, it's got, you know, like a charging spot where you can charge your phone.
Well, like it's like at an airport, right?
Yeah, but on the street, but it's free.
Okay.
It's called Link NYC is the thing. So they put them out there, and you know, people have been using them, but so have homeless people who have been watching porn on them and pounding off in the open streets of New York City. They've somehow figured out how to get around whatever filter blocking software that's on these very smart homeless people, so that they can watch porn in the middle of the street.
Man.
So they've shut them down temporarily, and they're trying to figure out how to make that not happen.
Right. It's one of those things, right? Like, they joke about it on UID a lot, but you know, just it's man, people who want to jerk off and junkies, they will find a way. I just picture Jeff Goldblum saying that, like, they're going to find a way to do it.
Is that from Independence Day?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Gotcha. Those are the two.
Finds a way. Yeah.
Goldblum joints.
Yeah, the two Goldblum hero joints.
Right.
Dr.
He was
Ian
a hero
Malcolm.
in the other one?
He was a good guy in Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought he was the Velociraptor.
Yep, he did mocap. People don't know, but Andy Serkis learned everything he knows from Jeff Goldblum. Man, oh man. Yeah.
Ropes on ropes, man.
Yep, in public. But it's gonna happen if you give somebody a screen and the internet. They're gonna be like, I'd like to see some tits right now.
I would love to, but unfortunately I can't pound off for 7 days.
Whoa, okay, I gotcha.
Well, no, as of now, because I didn't mention it in the first one, and I was kind of on the fence as to whether I'm still on opiates, because we record these back to back.
Right? Yeah.
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 So what would be like a month ago now?
2 weeks ago, people heard you talk about being on opioids.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the reason I am is because I had the vasectomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was willing. It wasn't government sanctioned.
It wasn't government mandated.
Wasn't government. No, they said stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had that. I went in, and you know, You can actually, I think you can get a vasectomy quicker than you can buy an assault rifle in this country.
Okay.
Because I called them a week ago and said, hey, I need to know what's involved. And they say, well, you just schedule an appointment. You come in, the doctor writes you the prescriptions that you need, and then we schedule you. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, perfect. I said, when can I schedule my initial consult? And they told me, they said on Tuesday. And I said,
we do it on a drive-through.
Right. And I said, so, okay. So, and then they said, well, we can schedule you for your actual procedure as well. I said, perfect. I said, so my consult's on Tuesday. They said, we can get you in on Friday. So from Tuesday, when they do your initial talk to you, to the actual procedure is 3 days.
Okay.
So you have to shave your scrotal area, and then they bring you in and they tell you to disrobe, and you put on a hospital robe. And then you come into the actual procedure room and they lay you on a bed and put your feet up in stirrups, and they proceed to paint your entire genital area with iodine.
Yep, just to make sure that no microbes enter the situation.
Exactly. So it looks as though, my entire crotch area is like an Oompa Loompa. And so I say to the nurse, so do I look like an Oompa Loompa down there? To which she quickly fires back, what, size or color?
On point. That is so ice cold.
I already know about the size. I was talking about color. So they do. Obviously, I have 2 testicles. So they did one side. And he said, okay, we're all finished up. And I said, oh, you're already done? And he goes, oh, only on one. And I thought, there's the benefit of only having one. I asked,
yep.
Do they charge half price?
It doesn't scale.
And he said, no. So then he did not effectively numb the other one.
Okay.
So I felt because they use a wood burner. That's part of the process.
Yeah, it's like a soldering iron.
It is a solder. Yeah, it is. And so he didn't effectively numb the one side.
Oh man.
So I said, I can definitely feel that.
That hot iron poker going into your taint.
I'm sorry. You're right. But on the initial consult, I forgot about this. So I went in and they have to examine you for having proper anatomy.
Okay.
So he has to, do his feeling around down there, because evidently there's mutants and stuff. And so this old Polish man. So this old Polish man comes in, and it's the first time I've ever seen him. He goes, I need to see your penis, or however he talked. I don't know. And so I expected him to put on some gloves. Nope. His warm hands on my warm balls while he tried to search for my vas deferens to make sure that I had him in the proper place. No gloves. The dude just grabs a hold of my nuts with no gloves.
Yeah. Well, you don't want something, you don't want a layer there. He's not like a Princess and the Pea kind of situation.
I have no idea.
He needs all the sensitivity. There's got to be a skin to skin contact if he's going to do his job right.
Well, evidently that's what he did.
Did it move?
So. No, it did not move.
Okay.
That's not even out of a masculine kind of, hell no, it didn't. I just know it
just
did.
An uncomfortable situation.
It was, I don't know how. I think that in that situation, I could have had the most attractive woman in the entire world doing it, and I would not have even known that that's what it was for.
Yeah. I mean, he effectively did a sneak attack on your junk.
I mean, essentially, in that situation, it's just a skin tag. It has lost all purpose. I wouldn't have even known that I could piss out of it.
What is this? I'm so confused.
I have no idea. What is this appendage?
How do I get my urea out?
Yeah. So that's what happened. Updates to come. I still feel a little bit sore, but you know.
I mean, you got the pills for that.
Mm-hmm.
Pills on pills on pills.
Pills on pills.
Yeah.
In lieu of ropes on ropes, because I can't ropes on ropes.
Not for a moment.
Nope.
Not for a minute.
Got a full 7 days.
So here's my question. What if, in the absence of exercising that particular muscle, but which I guess I mean your prostate, we're over the line here, so I guess I can stop. In the absence of exercising that muscle, what if you revert back to middle school days and fire your cannon indoors at night, vis-a-vis, wet dream kind of stuff?
Oh, it doesn't happen.
Oh,
I guess I have no idea. I've never had one of those actually in my entire life.
Huh.
So Yeah. I wouldn't know what that is. I've never done that.
Do you think less of me for bringing it up?
No. I mean, it creates more questions than answers.
Oh, man.
So now everyone knows.
Now everybody knows.
No risk of making a new me.
Yeah. Yeah, well...
Which I feel good about. It's actually, for me, it was just about securing my future. I'm serious.
No, your future's financial stability.
Right.
Yeah. No, you don't need to. I told you this when you told me this the other day. You don't need to justify it to me.
I take care of my real family.
I get it, I get it.
I really wanted somebody to go with me, but you wouldn't go, so.
Because I'm 3 hours away.
We could have done it together.
No, I don't.
Like a couple's massage.
just two old Polish men.
Vasectomy, buddy.
Yeah.
He does have a twin.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when one feels something, the other feels it too.
One is the village idiot. The other one is a urologist. You never know who you're going to get.
Nope. They like to parent trap you. Well, I mean, I guess parent trap is not appropriate when a vasectomy is in play.
I saw that video.
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
Hey, Chris, you want me to tell them what they can do?
Please.
Yeah. Go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv to support this show and the network. We have the merch store, Duckfeed.tv/shirts. And if you're seeing old episodes pop up on your feed, I apologize. I'm doing website work, and that is unavoidable that stuff is going to pop back up. So I apologize, but it's just kind of going to be a thing for a minute. But otherwise, thank you so much for listening. Sorry, America.
Sorry.